Warning.
Watch very closely now. 3, 2, 1. Bzow! Check that out.
The following podcast features terrible jokes.
Did you know you can use Hot Wheels cars when you need to make a saving throw in D&D? Every car is die-cast.
Usually about board games.
We want the fun. Gotta have that fun.
Must insist that no one attempt to recreate any joke performed on this podcast.
We had less technical issues than $1 million company.
All right!
This is Boards and Swords.
Welcome to Boards and Swords. This is a podcast featuring bad jokes, you've been warned, good folks, and some tabletop games. You're off the side. You start. You introduce yourself.
I'm on this side. So my name is Philip. I am one of your hosts. Yay!
Also, the only one on this panel that has probably never touched a paintbrush.
I have touched paintbrushes, okay? My D&D mini has paint on it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
You were there.
I'm the mouth of this operation. That's Chris Renshaw. And then we have two guests here from because we're live at Nova Open. We forgot to say that.
That's
part.
right. We are live. Nova Open 2025, Washington, D.C.
If you just went right through that door, you'd run into something.
Literally,
Yes.
like a tank or something.
Yeah. Well, no, it's fantasy.
Oh.
So it'd be like a tree. Sea tank. Yeah. Flying tank.
A horse-drawn cannon.
A dirigible?
Dirigible. The balloon.
Oh, yeah, the Cathay balloon.
Yeah, we were at the ramen place and they had the little Japanese balloons. I was like, hey, look, it's a Cathay plane.
Nice. Proxy opportunity.
Speaking of which, so we have Kyron here and Mike, who has been on the show previously, but...
Yes, I have not been asked to be back until now.
I mean...
Is there a reason for that?
Probably. I don't know. So,
You've seen this guy.
yeah, but I'm happy to be here, man.
I would like the record to reflect I don't make those decisions.
You don't not make those decisions, though.
That's also correct.
But hey, he bought beer, so...
That's right.
The
This
official,
episode
the
of-
official Vossen Nova Light Law. Is this the same beer as last year?
It's the same. Well, hopefully it's not the same beer as last year, but it's the same recipe and it's from the same brewery. And the guy Chad with Vossen does our art for all the T-shirts and stuff, and he makes a special beer can art for it, which is cool. So it was the salamander last year. This year it's the Kyron. It's always like a fire mythical creature.
Yeah, I got a fun fact. I got to meet one of the original owners, and because like my first question was like, why the orange?
Okay.
Because I think somebody asked about the orange, and I was like, I don't even know. And so I had the chance like, why the orange? And it was literally every other color was taken.
Yeah.
It's worked out pretty good though, because a lot of the partners that we have really enjoyed working with are also boldly orange.
Yeah.
And so like the collaboration, like the spray gunner that's down
Yeah.
there, the bags they got for Capital Palette this year say spray gunner on one side, Capital Palette on the other, but it's the same orange. So it's like perfect. They're like, we'll just take them home if they don't,
And then you get like partnerships with people that make colors, and then you get like the Nova Orange Monument Hobbies color.
Yeah, that's true. We have that. And everyone's like, is there going to be a new color? I'm like, no, that's Nova Orange. That's it.
Yes, we changed the recipe. This
changed-
is new Nova
That
Orange.
was that old crap.
Then we're gonna discontinue it and call it Nova Orange Classic.
But when we were designing the Nova Open Orange with Monument, I was worried that he was going to take like the Pantone that we have arbitrarily set to look good on like fabrics and stuff and match it in a paint, and then you'd like mix it with anything and it would just turn into like mud or green or something like that. And he's like, no, I am a professional paint maker. Like, that'll be fine. Like, that's good.
I kind of know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, we've all like painted something and it comes out like a weird color.
Uh-huh.
So but actually the narrative, I think they have a whole like orc war rig.
Oh,
that they're
nice.
doing, and it's painted in the Nova Orange.
Nice.
So you did something with that, right?
Yeah, I helped. I came up with the idea, and then Ben and Chris just took off. I gave the basics of it, and then Ben's like, "We can do this." It goes like, "We do this," and then Chris's mind went off the rails and built the whole thing.
So you did the easy part, and
I did the easy part, and they did all the hard work.
He's the ideas guy.
I was the good idea fairy here.
Yeah, when I think of how the Nova Open operates, and I think of Kyron, I definitely think he just sits around and comes up with ideas. He does absolutely no physical work at all.
Exactly. No manual labor.
I'm just glad you like matched the photo I put in the thing with the cowboy hat.
Actually, he was like, I bought my cowboy hat in general, but when he was like, oh, my cowboy hat, did you pull it off my Facebook, by the way? Just dig through Facebook and was like, which one does Kyron have a cowboy hat in?
Nah, maybe I did use a Facebook branded product. It happened to be Instagram.
Same thing.
It's like no. I was telling Mike. It's like become the sub task. Is like when I'm finding guest photos. Like, what's the worst photo I can find?
So you want the worst photo? Okay, so the photo I have of me in the Nova Opens operations binder and the binder that we hand out to all of our vendors and staff. That's my name and phone number.
Yeah.
And my photo is the one I used for my dating apps. That's the photo. And that, by the way, I took that photo down, and Mike would still not replace it.
No.
I sent it to somebody. I sent it to Mike and Tam. I'm like, can replace it with this, and they're like, no, when they use this one for your dating apps.
Chaos is my love language.
I like it. So wait. Did you use it to like at the dating apps just so like would people be like, oh, when they like actually meet you? Like, was that the goal, or was there no thought on that?
No thought. I don't think that far ahead.
Okay. Well, speaking of paint, I have some news. So this is the part of the show where this is the bad jokes part. Hey, look at that! You're not going to recreate it for us live?
No.
All right. Does everyone remember those markers that used to smell? Like the
I can't because I smelled them too much.
Yeah. I've got
Where are we
the
going with this, Chris?
I've got the next best idea. Markers you can drink. We can call them mead paint. That was what the mead, that was the mead reference when he said he had mead. I did advertise. Hey, you were warned.
Well, the live audience is getting out of control here.
You were warned. So it's been like this is like the weirdest reveal because they've been like showing it on their like all their people have been talking about it for the past month or so, but like it just got revealed that the new speed paint markers from Army Painter, they're now like official. Like even on their website or like on some of their social media, they were like blocked out, but like you could see speed paint markers in the background like on the display. Like, what are you trying to go for here? So new paint accessories. It is which apparently the new wave is markers.
Yeah,
I think
I've seen like 4 brands of markers.
There's at least 4 vendors who come to marker in the last 6 months.
And that's not even all of them, because there's also like AK's got theirs.
Maybe we can try to drink them, like on the show, and see which ones either taste the best or kill us.
Shotgunning markers.
I mean, they are acrylic based, so it's like it's not toxic. And they say don't eat the paint from Monument Hobby. It doesn't say anything about drinking.
Drinking it. Don't lick the marker.
So looks like 3 markers for $17.47.
Steal. Tariffs, bro.
10 markers for $63.71.
How many markers equals? How many paint bottles can a marker do?
6 milliliter markers.
The math is in my head. I don't know how that works. I'm gonna hope that equals at least 1 full bottle.
Well, hang on.
We measure in Americanese here.
Yeah.
There's a thing behind
Let's
us.
see. Oh. Coincidentally.
So this bottle is 22 milliliters.
Ooh, and it's like what? $5, $6, $7?
Something like that.
$4.19. All right.
Yeah, but you're paying for the convenience.
You need 4 markers.
Which also, in all reality, is a lot of people want to follow the KISS method.
Yeah.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
And they want to paint, and you can, markers a lot easier
But I
for a lot
wonder
of
how
people.
far the markers will go, because like for our generation, Kyron, of course, being a decade younger than us,
grandpas.
we grew up writing and drawing, right?
Yeah.
But like my kids do everything on the computer.
Yeah.
They're not going to have any like baked in pencil or pen skills. So I'm not sure.
So I had those pencil skills. I write cursive. I grew up in the time when we
I
did.
know
we still
you're
taught cursive.
you're in it. You're in it. I got you.
You're a man of culture. We get it.
You can write cursive?
I do. I only write cursive.
My wife and I write in cursive so the kids can't read it.
Yeah. So, funny story real fast. I was at my day job. I work in IT. And I went to a guy's desk to do something. And I left a note in cursive, and he calls me. He's like, "Mr. Haines, I don't read Latin." And I go, "Sir, you're a doctor." He's like, "Yeah, I don't read Latin. I don't understand this." I'm like, "That's cursive." He's like, "Oh, I don't read cursive either."
E Domini Keyboardica.
Like, I don't want to summon a demon here.
Yeah.
Just open a hole to the Chaos Void. Apparently, some of the markers are metallics, too. That I might actually try.
I have a chrome marker that I used for a Gundam one time, and
Yeah.
it actually worked really good in the air. Like I didn't cover the whole Gundam, right? But there were like some pieces that I did, and that actually worked.
So in the Gundam realm, they have been using markers.
Yeah.
They use markers and panel lineup.
Yeah.
Because they get the plastic and do just that, and that's all they do.
Yeah.
Not all they do, but a lot of them do just that.
That's where I was like, I was watching a mini, and they were talking about using oil washes. And I was like, isn't that just panel liner? And then
Yeah,
later
yeah.
on, they're like, you can also use panel
What's
liner.
old is new. What's new is old,
Yeah.
right?
But it was like somebody was talking about it in Discord, and they were like, "Oh, I wouldn't use the markers because you can't get into fine places like you can with the brush." I'm like, "It's not supposed to replace the brush. Like it's just a tool."
Another tool, yeah. I'd be curious to try it for like maybe edge highlighting. I feel like that might be.
That's what it's
Trim.
like. Trim.
I
Trim
feel
and
like
stuff.
that's why I was saying the metallics for like chaos.
Chaos, anything like maybe the old Mark III Horse Sensi Ultramarines that have that gold trim everywhere, like Chaos.
Yeah.
Anything that's going to require a lot of pain in the ass trim. You put the base color down, dry brush, wash, whatever, boom, then trim it out. Call it a day.
What were you saying?
Well, you sent me that video when I bought the Gundam markers.
Yeah.
That guy, and he goes, "People use markers are chumps." In like the first 5 seconds of the video, I did not watch the rest of the video. All right? I have no idea what knowledge you were trying to impart to me on that. But I was like, I want to test this out in a simple way, where I don't.
I think the rest of the video was like him critiquing that attitude.
Oh, just critiquing it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
he
so
does
just-
not have that attitude.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's like the
Oh.
reverse thing they're doing now.
Yeah.
Reviews.
Yeah. No. Okay. Maybe I should watch the video.
See, normally they like suck you in with it, and then it just went right through you.
He
And
kicked
you're
me
like,
right
"No,
out
I'm good."
because I was like, oh, this is my first. I got these markers and I got the sort of blank canvases with the Gundam Assemble stuff. Like, I'm gonna figure this out. He's like, markers are for chumps. I was like, well, pay attention to that guy.
Fuck you too. All right, moving on. This one is weird. By the way, did you know there is food that you can use for skill rolls in D&D? They're called diced vegetables. All right, this is bizarre.
This is great.
So you can go to a website called realdice.org, and there it brings digital dice rolling to a new level. It's a dice rolling app where you go to this site and it's an electronic dice. It looks like a Pop-O-Matic popper, and it just you click a button and it rolls the dice on camera somewhere else in the world for you. Like that's it. That's the whole point, is to like roll the like physical like we could do a digital dice. No, we're gonna film this other guy.
Oh, it's a physical dice.
It's a physical
being, like,
dice.
filmed.
Yeah. So like literally, it's like a little dice.
And it's hooked up to a machine. The two wires coming off.
Yeah.
Of it. Oh, let's see what we get. Roll.
It's not rolling.
I think you got to press the roll
Well,
button.
I think that could just be the internet we're on.
It could just be live
What, we
dice
have
chat.
premium staff. Internet. What are you talking about?
I didn't give it to him.
Oh,
We have the
okay.
bestest Wi-Fi there is.
So yeah, like, and then apparently it's rolled like over 18,000 rolls at this point. And apparently, if you go, like, you can't actually use it in campaigns at like peak hours because it never stops rolling because people are just tapping the roll button so much.
I'm in the wrong line of work.
Definitely.
Well, it's a free site, but I guess there's probably
There
like,
has to be ads or something.
yeah, probably. Wait, how many is it at?
It's at
21,000 rolls.
21,029.
Yeah. Don't you wish to see? This is what the Nova Open website needs.
It's true. But I actually am here sponsored by the Terrace Bar, which has provided me with this brown sugar bourbon, available only tonight at the Terrace Bar by the board game area. Makes a delicious old fashioned. Thank you, Washington Hilton and brown sugar bourbon.
Oh well, here's why. The battery's dead.
Does it literally say the batteries are dead?
He says he
whiskey in
changed
my
them.
nose.
At 7:09 p.m. It says he changed the batteries. It's currently coming up on 8:30, but it's still not rolling.
There's a live chat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so in the it's like there's got to be like an opposite of or the clean and the safe for work version of Rule 34. If you can think of it, it's out there.
Oh, okay.
Just not the porn part.
It kind of freaks me out, like with like weird robot existential, like existence. Like, have you seen that robot that's like constantly leaking oil?
Yes.
And it has to like
yes,
keep
it cleans up its own.
For some reason, that freaks me out like that.
But that's an art piece.
Yeah, but
A very depressing art piece.
Yeah.
I want my art not to make me sad.
Yeah, now AI's coming for your dice rolls.
That's right.
All right. What does CMON have in common with me when someone asks me to be serious? We're both at a loss. This is like, we've been saying for like months now the writing's on the wall for CMON, but like apparently there is no bottom to the pit of like how deep this goes. Like, they put out a new warning that their losses could reach $8 million for the first half of 2025, which is almost 3 times its overall profit from the last 10 years.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I know. I stopped buying everything CMON because they just pump it and dump it. Like they're just not. It's always cool, but then it's not.
And then
gonna
it's
be
not.
around. Yeah. And then it's like last place prize support at someone else's event.
Now we know why CMON didn't show up with a truck for prize support.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah, so like they had $3 million loss last year. And then this year, half year, they're already talking. And keep in mind, they still have like 5 campaigns outgoing.
I was gonna say, there's got to be some Marvel or DC chibi something.
Like the new Blood Rage popped up.
That's a different company now.
Oh, it's different. That's right. They farmed that out. That's right.
Yeah. Let's see. They estimate they would deliver 2 crowdfunding campaigns in Q4 this year. The finish line is in sight for 3 of its games on pre-order: Dark Providence, Dune, War for Arrakis, Desert War, and Marvel United Witching Hour. Yeah.
Said chibi game.
Huh?
That's my said chibi game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had another Dune game. I thought Dune War for Arrakis was already out.
So did probably most everybody else.
Yeah, apparently. Or it could be that it is out in retail stores and you're just waiting for it to be fulfilled.
Or the fact that there's like 5 Dune games that all
like
came out at the
way
same
too many
time.
Dune games, yeah.
Get all that Dune money while you can. It's a hot thing.
That's the side part is when you get the major IP like Dune and it still can't save your company.
Yeah. Literally, the person who runs the board game library is like, there is a copy in the board game library.
Board game nerds.
Says the how many minis do you have?
Of what army?
Plug your thing, man.
Do you want to do that now or later? So my goal is to build the world's biggest Empire army and world's biggest Imperial Guard army. Right now, I'm sitting at 3,000 guardsmen. I have 1 of every single miniature ever made from Imperial Guard. I have 26 Baneblades, 22 real, 4 like third party. 120-ish Lehman buses of varying models and types. Another 50 Chimera chassis, so Basilisk, the Hydras, the Minotaur, everything. And another 30-odd Forge-World vehicles for Guard. And then I don't have my Empire numbers memorized. I don't want to memorize that number.
Do you know what the number is you have to beat?
So for Imperial Guard, I can't get a consensus. My goal is to get 150,000 points painted.
Okay.
And then I'll go to Guinness and be like, Guinness, give me a record. For Guard,
Like, we don't even know what you're talking about here. Get out of
yeah,
here.
exactly. That's my goal. Because I think that'll probably beat most people. Now for Empire, again, there's no official world record, but from all of the stuff I can see, there's one guy who has a theoretic the only thing I can confirm is based on current point value. There's a dude in New Zealand or Australia who has about 180,000 points of Empire. There's one dude out of Russia who claims to have 300,000, but he's only showing us like partial pictures and some of we used. We don't know if it's a language barrier or if he's like compensating. And there's another guy who's also doing the same thing I'm doing, except he's retired and has money and is making us be able to paint his shit. So I have to fight this random like 50-year-old man from France.
I swear, the smaller and the more niche,
and he bullies me through Facebook. The Facebook group, get bullied by
but like
that man.
the smaller,
I
the
post
smaller and
something.
more niche the community, like sometimes like the more interesting it gets when it comes to like drama.
So in this Facebook group, like 10,000 people, and it's me, this old dude, and he's from, I think he's from France, yeah, and he's retired, and he's just like, look at me, I painted this and you tagged me. And I'm like, that's cool, I have a job. And he's like, should have made you millions. And I'm like, thanks, Grandpa. I paid this. He's like, could have paid for it to get done better.
He's like, haha, I have all these
We just shit
socialized
talk.
benefits and
Really
I don't
cool
have
dude.
to work.
Exactly. Really cool dude, but all we do is shit talk each other. And I'm
So what do you say to him?
I just have to wait. Well, I told him he'll die sooner than me. I'll outlive him.
That's like something my kids would say, man.
And then he told me I have socialized medicine. I'll be in debt forever. And I was like, damn.
See, this is where like
It gets really deep.
this is where like the now I'm seeing like a book where this happens, except for like you've not shown your actual face, so then you just like go to Russia and like befriend the dude, so that when he dies, you get his army, and now you definitely have.
Do that.
So I took quiet. Everyone else was on me. I
Yeah.
die and get old. Because Warhammer old full of old people, and I win.
I mean, a pretty good troll if you like go and like engage in his life and somehow like become like his caretaker or something. And he's old and lonely, and you wind up inheriting it. You're like, ah!
I win.
Meanwhile, like you're shit talking to him on like the internet. What were we talking about?
I want
we were
to.
talking about
I know we
CMON
have
losing
bad
money.
jokes, so I wanted to share two jokes that
Go for
that
it.
my son came up with. 'Cause
Awesome.
He actually is
Even
the
better.
master. He's 12, and he handles the dad jokes like really solid. So I have to take my kids to the eye doctor. Okay, so we got a few folks here wearing glasses, right? So I go to the eye doctor, and my daughter wants to go in by herself because she's too cool, right? So apparently she doesn't get too far, and she can't read anymore. She's really upset. And she comes out, and my son, who's still like really sweet, is like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And the doctor's like, you're farsighted. And what my son heard was fart-sighted. So he just starts laughing. She's crying, right? He's like, you're fart-sighted. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, you see like green clouds of fart or something like that? So, but he topped it. He topped it because after he came out, she's like, your son has astigmatism. And he's like, what? And she's like, yeah, astigmatism. He's like, I have sigmatism? He's like, that's awesome. I've got the sigmatism. I was like, oh my gosh, guys.
I don't know. Sounds like there's a lot of tism going on there.
He was excited for it, though. I guess sigma is even better than alpha. It's like alpha, but you're like beyond the constraints of the pack.
Yeah.
And young people talk.
Yeah, apparently.
I think. Kyron, can you verify?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I might be, 28. What does that make me? A millennial?
No, I think you're Gen Z.
I'm a Gen Z. I might be a Gen Z, but as you can clearly see, all the people I hang out with are Gen X's. So
I'm a geriatric millennial.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
an
like
official
top
term.
of I'm top of the millennial band.
I've only had old people friends my whole life. I have two friends my age. Everyone else is my friend is at least a decade older than me. And all my employees that work for me are like 21 and they call me Unk. I hired a bunch of college kids and they all, one of them's like Korean. I guess like Unk is a thing in Korean culture. And now they've all adopted them to Unk.
Nice.
So I don't know. I'm old, but I'm not old.
I tell you what, though, being able to like know young people's slang and throw it back at your kids is like the worst insult, like the best way to torture them, because like they expect you to like like they can say stuff and like you don't get it, but then like you throw it back at them like this hurts now.
Mine stop using it when I start using it.
Exactly.
Then they make them new shit. It's just never ending cycle.
I remember when I crushed Chloe's soul when she was talking about My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
But she called it MCR. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? She's like, oh, you don't know MCR? You don't know MCR? It's My Chemical Romance. I'm like, oh, My Chemical Romance. Cool, I know them. Started listing off songs and albums, and she's oh, no, this isn't fun anymore.
Like, I have a My Chemical Romance shirt that's older than you.
So funny story about that. Now that they're coming back, they're doing like the reunion stuff. One of my young coworkers was like, told me the same thing. You heard of MCR? I'm like, Michael, yeah, I've heard of them. She's like, I'm gonna go see the tour show in England they were doing, and I'm like, yeah, I saw them like a decade and a half ago. And she's like, no-aw. And I was like, yeah, I have the T-shirt somewhere. Now it is 5 sizes too small at this point in my life. But I have my T-shirt.
That was like I remember when I was in my teens and like my friend who was way into the music scene, like, he was in like a punk band and like listened to ska and all that stuff, and like he would go to Warped Tour. Fast forward like 15 years later, I'm going to Warped Tour, but I'm going to like the parents' tent at the Warped Tour because I'm the supervision for the stepdaughter and her friend. And I'm like, this is weird. But also this parents' tent was dope because it was like, you know, Maryland summer and it was air conditioned in that tent. And I'm like, they were just playing movies in there. I'm like, this is kind of tight.
This is great, man.
I don't know. I was in high school in the 90s, and you were just kind of like automatically, everyone was like in a ska band. Ska bands would have like 27 members. The one in our school area was called the Skanker Swords.
Okay, dumb question. What's the ska band?
Ska? I guess it was kind of an offshoot of punk, but it featured horns, like trumpets and stuff.
Okay.
Real big fan.
Yeah, trumpets, definitely had trumpets. But it was very common for like them to have like incredible lineups of like everyone was in the band. I'm not sure they ever all played together, but it was like a thing.
Just imagine like a bunch of fans of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and then imagine them playing music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were a band.
Yeah.
Basically, everyone that played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was in the same ska band.
Yeah.
Essentially what we had to do with
I
that.
dig it.
The singularity point of ska.
Dig it.
And then it was gone.
Oh, while we're talking about, I don't think I've told you the story. So for years now, I've told Chloe. So my stepdaughter is now 21. I've known her since she was like 5, and for years now, I've been telling her how stereotypical she is. Like she thinks she's this free, independent thinker, and I'm like, you look like you just walked out of Hot Topic. All right, like you look like you work at Hot Topic. Blah blah blah. And I made that like, just
wait. We have a new guest. We're doing a live show. You just got on the live show, Rebecca. Come on. Yeah.
And then just like out of nowhere, she texts me and goes, "I hate you." And I was like, "Okay, but why?" She's like, "You know how you've been talking to years about how stereotypical and stuff." And then she's like, "I looked in the mirror one day and I was just like, God damn it." And I was like, "Yeah, basic."
Yeah, basic.
And then she was like, then I said to her, I was like, yeah, go cry about it while you drink your pumpkin spice latte and talk about the different degrees of feminism. And then she's like, God, that sounds good. You suck so bad.
Is Hot Topic still a thing?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I like.
There's
pumpkin
nothing
spice.
new on TV.
And then on that same note, because we've all seen the same movies, she also, because I said to her, I was also like, I want you to keep in mind that like you are 6 months away from being the age that I was when I first met you. So like think about that whenever you think about like where you are right now, just think that I was that when we first met. And she started talking about like, oh, I'm more mature, blah, blah, blah. Like I'd be a good stepmom or whatever. And I'm like, you look like the stepdaughter that like hates the step parent or whatever. And then I was like, you know what? Wait, no. And then literally I did a couple Google searching. I put up the picture of Kat Dennings from 40-Year-Old Virgin. And was like, this is literally you. And she goes, God damn it, you're right.
Self-realization there. That's a good growth moment.
I keep it real.
So is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it?
Oh man, I'm gonna skip the. We don't really care about science fiction RPGs that WotC apparently doesn't care about. Did you hear about the corporate espionage for different soap companies?
No.
It was a real dawn of war. That was the last joke that came, and it should have come easier.
Well, they make a pill for that.
Yeah, I know. So, a lot of people are really excited. Dawn of War 4 is coming out in 2026.
Okay.
Did you ever play? You never played because you were like, wait, there was a 40K RTS.
Yeah, because and then someone in our Discord he's like, yeah, it's the fourth one, hence the 4. I didn't know there was 1 through 3.
Apparently 3 sucks.
I'll play it anyway.
That's all I've heard. Is
You gotta have the experience.
Yeah.
Bad experience.
He'll just appreciate 4 better then. So Games Workshop's partnered up with Silver King and King Art Games to announce Dawn of War 4. The Blood Ravens are back.
Didn't the Blood Ravens come out specifically in that game?
Yep.
I would imagine. I wouldn't be surprised considering that like I
put my lore hat on. Yes, lore hat says that's when it came out. There's also the video game.
Thank you, Lore Hat.
Setting for the new entry of the series sees the fighting take place on Cronus. The 4 factions mentioned are
Wait, isn't that the Klingon homeworld?
That's
Kronos.
Kronos.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
I knew there was a different pronunciation
But
there.
it's spelled with a Q.
But it's spelled with a Q. That's what was throwing me off. I forgot. I knew it was spelled with a Q.
Pretty funny if the Star Trek like estate hit them with a cease and desist. Yeah.
Be a battle,
Kyron does not approve.
a legal battle for the ages.
That's why I'm still waiting for the ultimate hammer throw. So like, I mentioned this like a long time ago. So let's go back to like 2016 or whatever. You remember Fantasy Flight Games used to put out all like the Games Workshop themed board games where there was like the 40K
Relic and
the 40K Relic. There was the 40K like living card game.
They did the RPGs too.
Conquest.
Yeah, they did the RPG. Yeah, Conquest. There was a Forbidden Stars, which was like set up to be a ginormous game, and then Fantasy Flight came out with X-Wing, and X-Wing started doing really well, and Games Workshop was like, "Fuck you! You're not doing any of our games anymore," and just like pulled their license away.
Yeah.
So fast forward, Fantasy Flight Games gets bought up by Embracer Group, who also buys up the Tolkien estate, which is licensed to Games Workshop for the Middle-earth strategy battle game. So I'm still waiting for the hammer to drop and for them to pull the Uno reverse and be like, hey, by the way, you can't use that anymore.
Oh, man. You just reminded me of like 3 months of my life where my son carried a reverse card in his pocket, looking for every opportunity.
I wonder who's bigger, GW or the Tolkien estate?
Well, Embracer Group bought one.
That's fair. For now.
For now, yeah.
We should definitely make orange reverse Uno cards for the Birch store next year.
Oh.
But there needs to be a suggestion. There needs to be
now before I forget because that's fantastic.
But there needs to be there needs to be like in the scavenger hunt where it's like if you go up to staff member and play like a reverse, you get like a sticker or something.
Yeah. We can do that. We love stickers.
People in the GT just
Reverse, yeah.
Play a reverse card in a GT. is on the. So did y'all play Dawn of War? Getting back to the actual piece.
I did. So I can tell you my Dawn of War story.
Go for it.
So I got into the hobby when I was like 8 or 9. My dad was deployed.
So 3 years ago. Got it.
Close enough. Deployed to Afghanistan in the Middle East. My dad was active on me my whole childhood. So he came back and gave me all his minis. Yeah. And I was too young, at like 8, to really figure out how minis work, by the way, effectively. So he's like, Dawn of War is a thing. So he gave me a laptop at Dawn of War. And that absorbed probably a year of my life. And then I finally got old enough I got to play it. And I played Dawn of War 1, I was in Soulstorm, and the other like 5 expansions I had. And then Dawn of War 2 came out, and I gave up because that was awful. And I downloaded 3 on my computer, and literally I killed my computer. I don't know, I think my computer was just dying anyways at this point in his life, but the second 3 hit, I clicked start, dead. And so, yeah, no. But Dawn of War 1 was literally a year of my life, and it was a good year of my life. Is Dice Man back?
It is working.
Oh, it's actually rolling.
The dice roller is rolling.
That is crazy. That's some like weird like.
It literally looks like a D20 inside of a Pop-O-Matic.
It's a spinner.
Trouble. I know, but it looks like
so
a pop. Like it looks like there's a guy there just like off camera pushing down the Pop-O-Matic.
Someone's like living room or something.
Which I love that that's trademarked. Like there was going to be a game system. Which, by the way, I need there to be like a legit board game that uses the Pop-O-Matic.
Oh yeah, bring that back.
Restoration Games, where are you at?
Oh yes.
Yeah, like this Dawn of War. You hear people talk about Dawn of War is like the same way you hear people talk about the original Space Marine, like when Space Marine 2 was coming out or when announced. And so it's like one of those like I've heard nonstop about it, never touched it. Just mainly because like I'm not an RTS gamer.
Go back, play Dawn of War 1, ignore 2 and 3.
See, I've heard 2's the greatest.
I played the hell out of it. I grew up playing like Command and Conquer and Age of Empires.
I mean, yes, I grew up playing the Age of Empires and StarCraft, but I was also the guy typing pepperoni pizza like 15 times to get like the unlimited thing or like the Corvette and the baby that rolled around shooting the nuke.
Would you get the monster truck in Age of Empires too? You could like put something and get a monster truck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to like after a while. I didn't like playing multiplayer. I've never been like a big multiplayer, like player versus player kind of person.
Yeah.
But the computer was kind of fun to like dick around with. So I remember like you'd rush over and like build fences around their gold or their like forests or whatever, see what they do, or like open a market and just basically them like make a fence around their camp and then a fence to your market.
Oh, just a funnel?
Just a funnel. So I just it was a cool game, man. And even that though, like you're talking about Dawn of War 3, and it kind of turned into the like MOBA kind of thing.
Yeah.
And even the Dawn of War, not Dawn of War games, excuse me, the like Age of Empires kind of started drifting a little far from that. So we'll see what they come back with. I mean, it's weird because there's many games that have tried to capture the nostalgia of a particular time, and you know, games are very different now, right? Like, I think the game that did the best recently was Baldur's Gate 3, which, if you go back and play Baldur's Gate 2, like, the story is still amazing, but it is almost unplayable by today's standards in terms of, like, interacting with it. It is one of my most memorable, core memory, favorite games ever, but, like, I bought the remaster. I was so excited, and I was like, oh my god! But luckily, Baldur's Gate 3 did a good job, right? So we'll see what they come up
It's the people that realize that, like, hey, we don't have to make the next Baldur's Gate 3. We can just get the fans that love the old game and just sell a lot of that and still be profitable.
Yeah.
For me, it's Warcraft and Warcraft 2. In Warcraft 2, they introduced when you select a unit and then you right-click, it defaults to, if it's open area, move. If it's an enemy, attack.
Yep.
And in the original Warcraft, you had to select your unit. And that's probably where everyone got real good with the keyboard. You select your unit, select attack, select the enemy. And like, that's way too much. Give me a default.
Was there games before World of Warcraft 3? I thought that was just something they did because of the WoW thing. Was there actually a one
Yeah, man. Where do you
question.
think all those sound bites like "job's done"?
Job's done. Zug zug.
I only ever played World of Warcraft 3. And I need a
Job's Done was from StarCraft.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure.
That's Warcraft.
Huh.
There's a peon. Yeah.
Peon.
Job's done.
That needs to come back. I would play a World of Warcraft 4 game if they made that.
You say World of Warcraft 4.
Warcraft 4.
I'm pretty sure World of Warcraft is Warcraft 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
The undiscovered country.
All right.
I've never played WoW.
2 people got it.
Thank you, live audience. Thank you.
One last one. This one's my favorite of the list. I tried to make a new phone case out of Legos, but ended up bricking it. There you go. So you ever heard of the YouTube channel Yogscast?
I have.
So they played 40K using nothing but Lego. And like Lego related accessories, so like, you know, Mega Blocks, whatever. But like, it is the coolest thing. Like, you just see these like just little Ultramarines that are just little Lego minifigs.
Oh yes, the cutest little boys.
Yeah, like look at
It's so great.
it's adorable. Let's see, they used using Lego MOCs, my own creations found online. The YouTuber set up a 1,000-point match of Orcs versus Space Marines using the 3rd edition rule set.
Oh, that's hot right now. 3rd edition
Yeah, I
has had
keep
like
hearing-
a
yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
resurgence. Yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't scrimp on the details. It's not just the minifigures and the vehicles that made of bricks. Everything from the terrain to the explosion templates are built from the toy, making the whole thing a true Lego spectacle. Like, there's even like a little pic of a little box knot.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
A little box knot as in Lego pieces, and I'm just like, GW, you're sitting on a gold mine. You want to get kids into 40K early?
Yeah, that's actually a great idea, Chris. That is, and they charge so much for the licensed Legos.
Yeah,
My
it's
son
like the price of a GW toy anyway.
It's wild, yeah.
So I don't think Lego would, because Lego has like this anti-gun, anti-military policy, but there's a bunch of knockoff Legos who would do that.
yeah,
and
like
make
Mega Blocks. would
Mega
do it.
Blocks would do it for us. Oh my god.
Yeah, my son has plenty
Yeah,
of Star Wars
They have
Legos.
Star Wars stuff.
The Star Wars Legos they charge.
They just wouldn't do like. They probably wouldn't do like. Chain blades
Yeah.
or chain swords.
maybe no lighting or Lego flying like cherubim like infants
Like
with
what?
wires
Flying-
coming out of them. Yeah.
Genetically modified babies.
Oh, here's the orc war boss.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
I spend so much money on Legos. Why not?
yeah, exactly. In the past, they've played Bolt Action using Lego and even Trench Crusade using Toy Story minis. And this article mentions, like, personally, they'd kill for a Lego Tyranids or a Gene Stealer Cult's army. Like, yeah, no, like, and there's so many factions. Like, they don't even need to make, they could just do, like, the minifigs, because people buy the minifigs like crazy. And just like,
Oh,
look.
yeah, just to display those
Yeah,
anywhere.
It's like, oh, look, this could be like, you got a 1 in 4 chance of getting Titus. The Titus of Gene. Oh, man. I got the servitor again.
Those Lego blind bags, it's a thing. In fact, they come in boxes now. Did you know
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yep.
I remember going to the store with my son and we'd be squeezing the bags, trying to figure out which one was like, Winter Soldier or Falcon or whatever.
That's why they stopped putting them in like the bag, or there was a.
Yeah, they put them in bags because of that. Because people could feel it.
Yeah, well, that's why like they stopped doing that, or some stores stopped doing that so that they could do, because of that. They would. I think they like put them into boxes or something like that, because there was like. I remember
So I have to kill a box now, you're telling me? To figure
Like
out
the
my Lego?
condom box, like the plastic box.
I don't remember what the story was. It was something about like scalpers were going and like trying to
Totally.
find like
Yeah.
the most common or the most sought after one, and like feeling them up to try and get that one. And so they had to do something. Like a lot of stores have started doing something to prevent like scalpers doing
So,
that.
do you want to hear funny? So Lego, if you go to some of the Lego like big stores like in Florida, they're like Legoland.
Yeah.
You can't go as an adult by yourself. I learned this the hard way. I wanted to go with a buddy.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let us. They said we have to have a child.
Because they think you're scalping.
Yeah. So they go.
Because if you're that
I
dedicated, it's not.
Well, I'm not a big Lego guy. My buddy is. So I called my sister. Can I borrow my niece? So I came back an hour later, my niece.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And the
if
guy
you're-
looked at me like, "Where did you find a child?" And I'm like, she's related
None
to
of
me.
your business.
And she's like, "Am I?" And I'm like, "No, Grace. This has to call the cops."
This is not the time.
And she's like, "I'm his step niece." Oh my god, it's my stepson.
That's what my first thought was. Is like, if that's the line where Lego's going to be like, "Oh, the scalpers won't have kids with them." Like, do you know how hard it is, or how easy it is to just find a child?
We were returning something to Target the other day. The new Pokemon stuff was out, and it was at customer service, and it said limit 1, and people were lined up just to get some Pokemon cards. There's no Pokemon cards like on the shelf because I guess people were taking them so much to get. It was like only one, which is just crazy.
We don't know what that's like at all with the Gundam.
The Gundam card game. You're talking about
didn't clear out
feeling
of
the
Walmart.
packets to get a good one. In original Monster Apocalypse, God rest its soul, the blind boxes sometimes would have like a spacer or like weighted thing, so you couldn't tell if you were getting like a monster or building or whatever. I remember it'd come out and you'd be like, "Oh man," and you knew you were getting like the bunk little guy.
There's a card shop at my house in Springfield. They weigh the packs beforehand, and you can buy weighted or unweighted packs.
Yeah.
Weighted packs cost 10 times the amount.
That's why everybody was talking about like when the Gundam the starter decks came out, and there was like the 1 in X amount will be like the all foil.
Yeah.
But the foils are like a little thicker, or they got the texture part. Like, our stores waiting their like to like try and suss out which ones are the.
To know what's what, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, our nerd zone, it is kind of weird, but I have a coworker who does like the baseball and football and hockey cards and stuff, and they do have quite a bit of the cards now that have like jerseys in them and stuff. And sometimes you'll open it and there's just straight up a slab of plastic, just white plastic in there, so that they're all exactly the same thickness. Because other times you open it and it's like this, card that's like thick and plastic, and it has like a piece of the jersey or their hockey stick or whatever inside of it.
It's almost like another one of those rules where it's like, if it can be exploited, it will be.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know anything about that, having bought Games Workshop minis, trying to beat the clock on or was it with the book where they like took down the website because they were noticing a bunch of the scalpers getting like the last heresy book or something.
The limited edition books and
Yeah.
everything? Yeah.
Where they like, this is going out of control and it's a bunch of AI or scalpers, so we're just going to shut the website or Warhammer.com down.
I used to collect the limited edition books, and there was a couple of them. One of the Golden Button book I missed, but the second it went up, they finished at like sold out in 2 minutes. there was 700 eBay listings, and one account had 200 eBay listings on it. And you're like, you the man with the bots.
Yeah, the scalping sucks.
That's where it's like people don't realize if you just stop buying from the scalpers, they won't be able to scalp.
But then you don't get your thing.
Yeah, fair.
Like, I have the Evangelion. No, I'm sorry, not Evangelion. Yeah, I think it's like Evangelion Transformer McDonald's stuff in Japan. Maybe just.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Philip's going to start looking it up now.
Yeah.
Are you an Evangelion fan?
I am.
So go upstairs, MSCP. John, Minor Princess number 3 man, he painted a 24-inch Evangelion model. It's a lady with the blue hair. I don't know her name.
Ray.
He has that. He bought one from Japan, and it's like 24 inches tall, and he put like a couple hundred hours into painting that.
Awesome. I'm gonna check it out there. Did you find it?
I found it. So I don't have the Evangelion toys. Somewhere in my parents' house. This is not the first time they've used like the drink cup and
Oh yeah. There was a
fry
Transformers
thing.
one where like like the it was like the Mick DLT transformed into like a
Yep. So this is like just a weird Evangelion, like your French fries turn into like Ava Unit 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's weird having a show at this point in Nova. So now that the news done, we can talk about Nova now.
All right.
It's weird that being this point because like for most people it's only day 1 or 2, and I'm like, are we at Saturday yet?
Yeah. You jumped on full force this year, and have been all summer.
Yeah, but it has been an eventful week so far. So I teased this at the beginning.
Okay.
So Tuesday is loading day, right?
Okay.
And there was all sorts of like trucks not show. So one of the things I thought was cool, I didn't even know until like, which made total sense, but something you don't even think about until you work behind the scenes on a con, where it's like everybody's got like a dock time, where there's only so many docks, and like the hotel's got to be able to do their normal business. So that's like you get like one dock, and it's like everybody's got their time slot of like your truck gets between this time and this time. Apparently no one got that schedule this year.
Oh, God.
So like we had like trucks, like there was like we were unloading one of our trucks, I believe, and then like the Games Workshop truck was like waiting to like pull in, just taking out, and keep in mind we're in the middle of DC, so it's not like there's a convenient spot for it to park, so it's just taking up the whole friggin' street. But like stuff's going in and going out, and also you have to do these like weird like 31 point turns to pull into the dock where it is. Definitely one of the drivers, I'm assuming when he backed out, or no, because I guess it would have been because the cabs are at the front and so straight up just knocked a street light or a street light over, like off. Like just knocked it like off, like not paying attention, just thunk.
Yeah, and
We don't need those.
This is DC. Those options.
And they're kind of solid.
Yeah,
It takes effort.
That's and it's one of those things. It's not until you see one up close you're like, that's huge.
So the issue is they get the thing. It's just a lot of. We might have to cut this out, but a lot of hobby stores and nerds are really good at the product. They can make some fantastic product. Logistics and operations, they suck at.
Oh, that's not even I think that's a well-known fact at this point.
Yeah, I can tell you for a fact. We sent it out 3 times. We have like I think 28 people that needed to like book dock times.
Yeah.
And I think by the time we started the show or started loading in that day, I think only 12 had responded. And like I'm pretty sure at least 2 of them like put in like nonsensical answers. Like
Dock time, yes.
Yes.
It's like when you're like 13 and you're feeling it's like sex. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just show up randomly. Just expect to be let in. They get upset when they can't get in.
Yeah. What do you mean I was supposed to read a form?
Yeah, I had that actually today. I was walking around and the amount of people that were like, "What's the Wi-Fi?" And I'm like, "Did you read anything?"
I've had a bunch of people. I'm like, I don't know.
There's no Wi-Fi.
$100. No one's paying me.
Wait, I'm gonna start going flat Earth on people. Like, you believe in Wi-Fi? That's gonna be my new thing. Whenever somebody's asking for Wi-Fi, I'm like, oh, you're one of those.
No, with all the influencers here, I'm going to be like, you get the Wi-Fi if you subscribe to my Patreon. Diamond level.
There you go. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else. I feel like somebody said something in the GW after last year's announcement. I'm gonna put in quotations where like there was not that much announced, and it was just like, here's a bunch of timelines, and they're like, guys, don't do that again if you're not, because this year it was a night with GW.
Well, I think they would have maybe done it. I don't know. I'm not on any team that works with GW, but I do watch YouTube, and it seemed like anything they would have covered pretty much got leaked over the last 2 weeks. So I'm not sure what they would have covered anyway. But I actually think that the Night with GW thing was good, and it opened up an interesting opportunity for us to bring up like the charitable partners and explain like how the attendees impact. So like, for example, we gave the attendees of Nova Open helped us generate enough to donate $40,000 to So What Else last year, which is one of the partners, along with MHCP and another one. And so he came up and was like, this is the guy who runs So What Else, and he's like, talks about the 40,000, gets the giant check. Everyone's like, hey, 40,000. He's like, but like what that means is 40 families of 5 were able to eat for an entire year.
Yeah.
And then he like did the math again, and he was like, that is like, I don't know, 800,000 meals or something like that. So that was pretty cool, because like that's a big thing about this show compared to some other shows.
Yeah, that's like if someone that's never heard of Nova before might not realize it. Like that's like one of the core tenets is like, this is all for charity.
That's right. But I don't get a new car when I leave here. Yeah. Usually I have a huge credit card bill. But
it's like the opposite.
Yeah, it's like the opposite. Don't ever invest in a game convention if you're making good financial decisions. But it was really cool because you don't often hear back. They also had someone from Stop Soldier Suicide who MHCP partners with, and they had a veteran who like told his story, right?
Nice.
About how they helped him. So I think that's cool, and I think when it was just the preview, we didn't really have an opportunity to do that. Right?
Yeah, because it was all like president would come out and be like, thanks for coming, and everyone's kind of like in their seat.
Show
like,
me the gun.
Show me, like get to the.
Off!
I will say there was. So it was kind of cool. Like they had like there was people playing like Space Marine 2, and like of course most everybody's at the store. I saw one where it was like Space Hulk with like the action figure sized.
Yeah.
It was like the
Joy Toy.
The Joy Toy Tyranids and the Space Marines. I was like, that's dope.
Totally. Yeah, they're making a killing off of that partnership.
Yeah, like I'm sure the game would probably cost like $500, but like I think they would sell.
Adepticon, another con, I think it was Adepticon, ran a kill team, like a full-scale kill team on that scale. This year.
Well, that's what this looked like. It was like that. Those the
Into
the
I
darks.
bet you the minis aren't even the problem. It's the terrain. Like I'm trying to build a 3D Space Hulk table just for like new sized Space Hulk miniature. Like not Space Hulk miniatures, but current 40K miniatures that have all beefed up. They've all been beefed up, right? Mm-hmm. But you're talking a serious investment to make like anything that's scaled up in 3-dimensional. I mean, like 5 to 1,000, like in materials. That's before you paint it, right? So I can't even imagine what it would be like at that scale. But Space Hulk's awesome, so got a passion project, right?
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else has happened since. The downside, like I think it was John was like, why don't you schedule the podcast for a time when like that's more popular? And we're like, yeah. There's a reason it's more popular. It's because everybody's doing those things.
Yeah, you can use this room when everyone's at the Trench Crusade reveal, right? Yeah, okay.
And it's like, that's why it's like, oh, yes, we could do the thing on like Saturday night. But guess who doesn't want to be in a room listening to us talk on Saturday night? Most of the convention. Because there's always like Infinity After Dark. And by the way, you play Infinity, right?
Yeah.
What is Infinity After Dark? Because like last year, I just need to give my experience. Last year, I'm playing in the 40K like big mega game, and like it's Saturday night. It's like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I walk out, and there's a bunch of like Infinity nerds drinking, and there's like race cars in the middle of like the hallways and stuff.
Yes.
So real fast before you say this, my Infinity After Dark experience was also last year. So I've been with Nova for over a decade and a half of this, 13 years.
Yeah.
I didn't know Infinity After Dark was a thing. I've been here the whole time for years. And I just come down with Ted. We had pretty drunk, smoked some cigars, and all I see is Mike screaming, some children rolling dice, and people flying on scooters through the vendor hall. And someone's like, move. And I'm like, I'm too confused to move right now. I have no idea what's going on. And I finally move, and I just see Mike screaming, Gutierrez there dressed up like he had a beard or something on.
He was, no. So last year, all right, so After Dark, in the old hotel, there were really strict alcohol rules.
Yeah.
It was in Virginia, the armpit of the United States. And so we used to have to close the doors and lock them like it was closed.
Yeah.
And hold it in there, right? So essentially what it is you bring one model, and there's always like a narrative story, but it is always done in a kind of carnival madness type of thing. So you kind of go around and do different things with your Infinity miniature that earn you the equivalent of like tickets that you cash out, like Dave & Buster's or Chuck E. Cheese.
All right.
And you keep leveling up your guys, and the narrative kind of progresses until it culminates where Gutierrez Lasquinos, the writer of Infinity, is always like the big bad somehow.
Yeah.
So that particular year, the theme was Mad Max.
Okay.
So the kids, my son was one of them, were wearing like war boy paint, and Jay from Warsenal was the first antagonist, and he was Immortan J instead of Immortan Joe, and he had the Immortan Joe mask. And then Gutierrez, I don't know how this translated from Mad Max other than vehicles, but the kind of penultimate moment was all the teams had to work. They formed teams. They had to work together to build like soapbox derby cars, basically with weapons, and shoot them with slingshot like launchers across the vendor hall. And Gutierrez was dressed as Bowser on a dolly, and they were pushing him, and he was throwing stuff like beanie shells. And if you got hit, you died. And whoever made it to the escalators first got to Valhalla and escaped. And so that's how it culminated last year. So it's been Star Wars. It's been like a James Bond, where at the end, every team wrote a Mad Lib essentially of how they would defeat the baddie. And then when we got to the end, him and Jay were on the top of like a ski mountain, and their miniatures were, and like they'd move, and then the narrator would like read the crazy thing that people wrote, and it'd be like, Godzilla shits on the mountain, and like roll, he's like roll, and he'd have to roll to see what happens. And then something else would be like, I don't know, 15 camels like fall out of a crater or something, and it just didn't make any sense, but they just did it as a Mad Lib, and it was fun. Everyone gets to participate, and the drinking is a little much. So this year we're gonna try to tone it down a little bit, because I think what you said is actually very valid. A lot of people just walked into that last year, and at midnight when everyone's drunk, it was like a spectacle. In fact, actually, some of the best footage is like, it almost looks like found footage, like volcanoes exploding footage of like people being like, "What the fuck is going on?" Shaky cam and like what's going on?
See, like no one's gonna want to come to like when there's that as an option.
I just want to point out too, like I said, we were literally a group of us were in the vendor hall in a semicircle, watching the vendors chilling, and it just happened. Like we're drunk, we have no idea what's going on. We're being told to move. And also, I'm salty. I've been here for 13 years. I just now learned about this. I thought I knew all the Nova secrets.
Yeah.
I'm a little upset. Like, what else do I not know?
Every year, I find out there's something that I didn't even know on the secret
That's
menu.
Fair.
So
that's fair.
Yeah,
So
that's what's cool though.
What's
about
the one
it, right?
this year?
What the Nova this? I can't tell you what After Dark is till after Dark.
Okay.
I think you're talking about the secrets. What secrets are this year?
Okay, those are classified. It's top secret level. I was talking about the After Dark.
After Dark?
Mm.
Yeah. So this year, I mean, I can tell you guys, it's Matrix themed this year.
Nice.
It's Matrix themed. So
When does this come out?
This is Saturday night at 8. Oh, when does the show come out?
When I am functional enough to edit.
So after Nova. Okay. So one of the cool things I'm gonna do this year is I bought some orange shrink wrap on Nova's dime to pack pallets. We have some left.
Yeah.
So we're gonna shrink wrap Owen to something this year. All of Nova After Dark. I want to find
the
a pillow.
president of Nova.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
I want to find a pillow. I don't think a pillow's an option, so I have to shrink wrap and do it.
Yeah, we gotta find a place.
No, the Space Marine.
No,
I'm cool with that. W might not be cool with
Don't
that.
play with James W.
James W might try to fight me. I'd win the fight. That's not the legal battle. I win the fight, not the war.
I feel like the Space Marine needs to be like James Workshop, but like in fake Latin, like Jamesicus.
Workshopicus.
Or Jamesicus Workshopicus.
Hey, did you have you guys been over to the Jumbo Slice spot?
Yeah, we just came from there.
Oh yeah,
Tatiana's.
Yeah, Tatiana's.
Like
Jumbo
the
Slice.
best place for food.
It's like $9, and the pizza is like bigger than like a grown man's head.
Yeah. This I upgraded now, and I went in the 3D direction and got the meat lovers today, where it's like not just huge this way. Now it's getting like
it's got some depth to
some
it.
depth to it.
Yeah. It's good pizza.
Although at some point I'm like, I think it was one of the helping things. We started getting into the conversation of like you get to like sandwich versus taco versus like that. Like when the pizza is so big it's folding onto itself. Like at some point we're just a sloppy calzone.
Yeah.
So again, speaking of Nova new stuff, this is my first year I had Tatiana's. Didn't know that was a thing. You gave me that pizza. You're like, here, have this. And I was like, at the staff party, and I opened it up, and you literally was folded back on itself. Also, glorious pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, my pants were then covered in grease.
Oh yeah, that's
That
it.
is okay, though. That was a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
And then there was the grease from the pizza.
Well, I got news for you boys. The budget only allows me to get Tatiana's for the staff meals tomorrow, so
There are no complaints here. I like Tatiana's because they don't just have pizza. So that's where I was getting made fun of because I said the thing of like, oh, when you get tired of pizza, and it's like, who gets tired of pizza? I'm like, well, when you've had it for like 4 or 5 days straight.
Doesn't sound very American of you.
Yeah. It's like they also have like really good like gyros and like subs and stuff.
yeah, I think they're halal also.
Yeah, I think so.
No, that's been nice having to order staff meals where we have staff that needs vegetarian options.
Yeah.
And DC actually offers more than just like a crappy chopped salad. I can get like falafel or something like that. That's been much easier to help folks that are interested. And I always feel bad feeding people terrible vegetarian food because that's all the place has.
Well, that's like because like someone came into the meals today and they were like, oh, I guess the caprese sub might be vegetarian. I'm like, no, there's quinoa down. Like we were talking to them when they were setting up. There's quinoa down at the other end.
That caprese sub was delicious, man.
Yeah,
but it's not vegan.
I think they ended up picking because I don't think that person was vegan. I think they were just vegetarian.
Yeah, we try, man. It's the thing when you have a volunteer organization. You try to take care of everyone. Everyone has different needs, right?
Yeah.
So. And some people are like super good about letting you know ahead of time, and then there's like you order everything, and someone's like, I don't eat whatever, and you're like, oh man, now I feel bad, like as we're all chowing down because it's too late, I can't go order more food.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all another secret that we found, or that I found out last year, and I confirmed it again this year. Akira, that is up the road in Adams Morgan. It's right next to the McDonald's. So like, imagine like your standard style like hibachi plate. And you go there like dinner hours, it's like $25, like what you would expect to pay for a hibachi plate, that kind of thing. If you go there between 12 and 4, same size food, $13.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a big thing here in DC with a lot of the restaurants in the area.
Yeah.
Is after the lunch rush, they cut prices. So if you wait till like 1:15, there's a really good place next to a restaurant called Immigrant. It's like 2 blocks from the White House.
Yeah.
It's not Immigrant, but there's one next to it. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. You go there at 1, which I will show up to work late and take a late lunch just so I can have the same food, half off.
Yeah. I guess it's true. If it's like 12 to 4, it's still like
Because after
we need
that,
to
DC's dead.
get us through to the dinner rush.
Well, a lot of those restaurants just don't do dinner. They
Yeah.
close at 5.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fair.
there's some good stuff. Even though like this, the bucket of beer is a good deal. Their burgers are really good upstairs, and the chicken, the like DC Mumbo chicken sandwich, which Mumbo sauce is like a very DC thing.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, it's kind of like Polynesian sauce.
Hey, we know that the Irish what's the bar upstairs, like the Irish bar or whatever.
Oh, it has like
McKellen's.
Is it McKellen's? I thought
Yeah.
it was
There's a great deal there where if when they get super busy, you can just leave and they won't know.
yeah, they got a little. I think they got overwhelmed. Well, there's like 1,000 people checked in on Wednesday,
Yeah.
which is like way more than normal. So they were not ready. That's why there was no other food stations or anything like that, which is interesting.
Well, it was just like 2 years ago, the last time we did a show. Like literally, we're like, oh well, we don't have a whole lot of time, so we'll eat. I broke my cardinal rule of like eating at the hotel, and like we got there plenty of time, and it's ticking. Like, we got a show in like 10 minutes that I need to go set up for. So like I had to tell people like, hey, can you buy our food and I will Venmo you later because like we got to go.
Yeah, I don't eat in the sit down restaurant though it is good if the food ever comes.
Yeah.
But the other like the grab and go place, they have some options. So I've had to eat at the hotel for so long. And the thing is that they have good food, but with this many people, I guess they're not ready for it because normally when people book the hotel for like 5,000 people, they're ordering like full like banquet buffets and things like that. Like that's not what we do because it would be. I don't think the average person wants to spend that kind of money.
Okay, hear me out, Mike. We do bacon buffets from now on for the whole con.
Just buffets.
Buffets.
Where did I go where they
I
had
want sushi buffets.
I
3 meals a day.
had a baked potato
So
bar
basically, you
someplace.
just
That
want to
was
go on
pretty
a
cool.
cruise.
Can we do one?
Did you see in the guidebook, there is a ad for, it's called the Battle Barge or something like that.
I think I've heard of
It's for a
this.
gaming cruise.
Yeah.
We got to get them on the show.
Or we do on Nova Cruise. We do 2 cons here now, Mike. Think about it.
I like it. So I can get divorced that much quicker.
This is Nova
Fantastic.
open. This is Nova open. That can be Nova closed.
Oh, I like that.
dig it.
Ties in with the After Dark a little bit too.
There we go.
Yeah, and instead of pineapples on our doors, we'll put cherubim, upside down cherubim, servo skulls or something.
I don't think I want to know what that means.
Yeah, no, you don't. That's like we were driving the car and I had some Trench Crusade lore on, and my son asked me to turn it off. He's 12. He watches like Predator. He's like, "That's freaky, dude. You gotta turn it off."
I was actually talking to the guy from Trench Crusade. And it was Tom Vada, one of the co-owners, another guy with Nova. Like, are they gonna make a PG like parent approved version that passes all the legal guidelines? And he's like, "We're trying, but it's kind of hard to make this parental approved in England because they're based out of the UK."
Yeah.
He's like, we keep failing.
Yeah, we call it a trench scuffle.
Charlie, do you mind bringing the bartender the bottle back? He just came in.
I saw that. Like, can I get that back, please? The disappointment part is he comes in and sees there's no one. And you're like, have I just been had?
No, there's millions of people watching this online. You can see the camera.
Obviously. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just a live recording.
I mean, in hotel like cost, I can't even imagine how expensive that bottle, like what it represents. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he gave me this sweet double old fashioned though, but it's probably like a $40 drink.
I heard somebody. So you can just imagine the extra for a hotel restaurant cost. Use wine for example. The cost of the glass they gave you was the cost of the bottle.
Yeah.
So they just have to sell one glass out of that bottle of wine, and then everything else is pure profit.
Oh, it's a scalper bot. Why did I not put this together? The hotel is scalping me. Oh.
I mean, when it has been 20 years, but I used to do weddings. I was a food and beverage director for a golf course where you'd have like your wedding and stuff. And 300% markup was the standard on alcohol. Yeah. And that's how you get to like even like a $6 beer back then, right? Like a Miller Lite. That, and you could on maybe if you were lucky, they'd have like $2 beers or something like that. Like, and that's still 100% more than what they charge especially on like drafts or whatever. So.
Or
I want $2 bills.
Or you just have the wife, or you just sit next to the bartenders and you have the wife that's super entertaining when she's drunk. I was at one of our friends' wedding 10, 15 years ago, and like my wife is ridiculous when drunk. Like she just becomes like inverted of a person, and like we just happened to be at the table that was like next to the bar. And it was a cash bar night. Her drink was never empty. We didn't pay for anything. But I think the bartenders just had so much fun listening to her just behave that it was just like that glass was never empty.
She had the Riz, as they say.
Yeah.
The Riz.
You got a rhythm with the tism.
Literally, I think, yeah.
That's like half all people.
Stigmatism. Or sigmatism.
That's the other half of all people.
No, then you can say Sigmarism. I'm trying to turn that into an AOS joke.
I don't know. I always think of the stigmata. And then my kids were like, what's a stigmata? And I explained. They're like, that was terrible.
Okay, tell me, Grandpa, what's the stigmata?
The stigmata? It's like...
I feel judged. Shit.
The best way to describe it would be like you manifest through some form, either like demonic intervention or heavenly intervention, the wounds of Jesus Christ as supposedly done on the cross. So you'd just be like chilling here, right? And all of a sudden you're like blessed or cursed with like holes in your hands and thorn slashes. That's the
Apparently
stigmata.
I wasn't in the deep dark. I was putting on a good front because I didn't know what it was either.
You didn't know what the stigmata was?
No.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I missed this in Sunday school.
There's literally a movie called
I think it's a Catholic thing.
I'm a bad Catholic.
I was going to say,
I
I think the closest I got was speaking in tongues.
There
It
was
was like
definitely a
speaking
movie
in
called
tongues.
Stigmata.
There was a movie called Stigmata. Okay.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to catch the stigmata, generally. Not good. I mean, maybe it's good. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. A lot of the Catholic stuff is like good, but not good for you, but like then good once you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's kinda
Catholic
weird.
guilt.
Catholic guilt. Yeah, just feel bad. Stop asking questions. Put
Also,
some
if you
tip in
think
the
it,
jar,
you've
please.
already done it. So
Yeah.
you're
Put my
bad.
tip in your jaw.
All right, I think we're gonna manifest the stigmata for the viewers, and like I think we're gonna call it there.
I'm sorry. I pushed it too far with the stigmata viewer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't talk. There's two things you don't talk about.
What's the God Emperor of Mankind? Is that good religion?
What?
God Emperor of Mankind?
Oh yeah, no.
Gork and Mork?
See, I could always dub this in later.
I've got.
We're gonna roll. I'm gonna roll credits on that.